A YouTube beginner's beginner guide. Welcome to the Tesla Jigsaw. Extremely valuable information coming up if you want to start a YouTube channel. I want to share my experience of trying to become a YouTuber in the hope that it helps others take the plunge, follow their passion and turn it into an actual paying job someday. Obviously, I'm not very far along the path to success, but I'm going to be totally transparent about how long it takes me to make a video, how much money I stand to make right now, the disappointments and jubilation I've had so far, how long it's taken me to reach 1,000 subscribers, how I started my journey and a plan of where to go from here, and basically answer all the questions I wish I'd known before starting out. Feel free to get in touch in the comments below if you have any questions for me along the way. But first, a massive thanks to all that have subscribed to my own Tesla Jigsaw channel. Without you, I'd not be able to follow my Tesla passion every day, so sincerely thank you so much. Why is 1,000 subscribers so important? Well, this is the holy grail to reach when starting out on YouTube, which allows you to start monetizing your channel. Now don't get excited, we're talking pennies at this point. However, if you can reach 1,000 subscribers, there's no real reason you can't reach 10,000 or even 100,000 one day. You just need to keep improving, offering value to your audience and racking up those watch hours. Making mistakes and learning from them is the only way forward at this point. Believe me, it's very difficult, but perseverance will win over the long run. Or at least I hope it will, because I'm going to persevere like crazy. Along with 1,000 subscribers, you also need to hit 4,000 hours of watch time, which in my case I did long before my subscriber count reached 1,000, thanks to a slightly viral video about Tesla's upcoming Model 2, which seemed to take off for no apparent reason. I think it just caught a wave of attention at that moment, where it was relevant and being talked about online at the time I released it. From what I've learned so far, the videos which I've worked on the hardest do not perform the best in terms of views. The ones I consider a bit mediocre now have tended to perform better. There really does seem to be no logic to the YouTube algorithms. Sometimes it's just hit and miss, 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 slightly catch it, miss. I plan to just keep experimenting and learn from my mistakes. This very video might well be my biggest mistake so far, quite possibly as it's not really Tesla centric. I genuinely have no idea, but for some reason it's the one that my brain wants to spurt out onto you. So yeah, sorry if you need to clean that up. How long does it take to reach 1,000 subscribers? It takes the average YouTube channel 15.5 months to reach 1,000 subscribers and usually consists of uploading 164 videos. That's a lot of unpaid work, so you really have to be committed to just starting the journey and be determined to improve to the point where it takes off. Mr. Beast himself took years to reach 1,000 subscribers, and too did many famous YouTubers and content creators. So utterly surprising to me, it took my Tesla Jigsaw channel just over 3 months and 15 videos to reach this goal. And I'm still rather confused about what just happened. What on earth had I done to succeed in a relatively short space of time? Clearly it wasn't just down to my good looks. How many hours of work for each YouTube video? I've timed myself to see how many hours it takes me to create a video from start to finish. They can take me at least 16 hours to write. I know, devastatingly slow, but my mind is often all over the place and I struggle to stay focused for long periods. The quickest part is actually filming. Not today. The quickest part is actually filming me reading the script, which usually takes about 30 minutes, but then 2 hours to edit that down, taking out all my cock-ups, weird noises that I make, and breaths in between sentences. I'll leave that one in. Someone even kindly spotted that I don't even blink during my videos. Well, I kind of save them up for in-between drink and blink breaks, like this. Oh, blinking. Oh. Okay, eyes open, let's go. Then I spend roughly 6 hours gathering B-roll footage, often just swiped from Tesla's own YouTube channel, plus funny clips here and there that make me laugh at least, like this one.
I think we're on a winner here, Tree. All right, play it nice and cool, son. Nice and cool, you know what I mean?
No reason, just funny. I think the process I enjoy the most is putting it all together on iMovie, which takes me at least 8 hours at present speed. A further 1 hour creating a nice thumbnail, and then maybe 2 hours uploading and writing descriptions, titles, and adding end screens and cards, and just finalising the video on YouTube. All in all, roughly 35.5 hours per video, which at present speed for me is pretty much a week of solid work. It's a good job I'm enjoying the process, plus the puzzle of figuring out how to improve all of this. Oh, and then there's sharing it on social media, responding to comments, which I must say are far nicer than I anticipated. Everyone's been really lovely. And then making shorts out of the video, which can take me another 8 hours to cut up one video and knock out 5 shorts from it. please do give this video a quick thumbs up to help show it to more people, and if you're feeling generous, subscribe and press that little bell end thing to get notified of new videos from me. I'd really appreciate the help in growing my channel. Thanks so much. How much money will I make from 1,000 subscribers? At present, a week into being monetised, I stand to make for the month of April £1.04p. But that's £1.04p that I'm being paid to do the thing I love. And perhaps with an awful lot of improvement, that number may well improve too. But money's not even the point. Why am I doing this? It's my mission. I needed something else to focus on in my life that I could dedicate my time to, with the goal of improving my knowledge about all things Tesla, and quite honestly, improving myself in many other ways too. Discipline, focus, communication skills. I wanted to talk to like-minded people and build a nice community here, and ultimately find a way to be valuable and helpful to others. So far that might just be persuading people that a Tesla might well be an excellent choice of electric car, but I really hope to offer even more value in the future, and I'm absolutely committed to my mission now. Knowing full well I'll look back on these first few videos and cringe is all part of the mental process of just getting on with it. I'm not afraid of failure, and I will never look back on my life with regrets like, I wish I'd just started that YouTube channel and to hell with what other people think about it. Pushing the boundaries of my abilities whilst talking about the subject that I love just seems like the most important thing I should be doing right now, despite the severe challenges and difficulties ahead. Disappointment and jubilation. The goal of 1,000 subs seemed so out of reach I thought it may be impossible, but once reached, a brief 5-minute family celebration, and by the time I'd looked up from a laptop again, the goalpost had moved and vanished into the distance. Now what? I've got to get better, much better at making content. As my last video has just proved, my Tesla holiday video, the disappointment that this has barely reached any views after a week of filming, writing and editing it together, reminds me that it matters not the time or effort it takes to make a video. Content is king. Simple as that. If it's not good enough, it's not going to be shown. And YouTube is far happier recommending content that is more engaging, faster paced and even more controversial, something which I'm happy to dabble in, as people who know me will understand already. My plan from the start. After 2 years of procrastinating and finding all the excuses in the world as to why I wasn't good enough to start a YouTube channel, it was the words of a great guy called Farzad mesbahi who said in one of his early videos, "Start and keep going." And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been in my head every day, throughout the tired late nights, the blurred vision of the computer screen, the bodily pains of sitting at a desk for 15-hour days. Perhaps I make it look easy, quick and smooth. Well, it's been a challenge to say the least, to knock out just 17 videos so far. Some other great advice came from Scarlett of Fully Charged. After watching him record a piece to camera at the Tesla owner's stand at Fully Charged Live last year, I grabbed him for a chat and asked how he so effortlessly talks to camera for what seemed like forever without falter. His answer? Most people tend to freeze up somewhat in front of a camera. His brain just doesn't notice the camera despite staring into it. That's it. Just talk like you were talking to a friend who happens to look like a black shiny rectangle. And of course, practice in front of a camera. If you've never done this, have a go right now. It's quite funny. Pause this video and talk for a minute about a subject that you love. You might be a natural, or you might be more like most people and crumble under pressure. And a quick side note here, most of my stuff's written down. If I was to try and ad-lib all this and speak it, I wouldn't be able to think of the words quick enough. So for now, I have to write down my thoughts consistently in a document, in a script, and then read it. In the future, I definitely want to be able to just ad-lib like this and make sense. Who knows if that's ever going to happen. Whilst we were chatting, a passing cameraman asked me to fist him for a while, or whatever it is that you youth say nowadays, which was nicely captured in a little promotional video Fully Charged created. I can wholeheartedly say that Scarlett is as genuine and lovely as he is on camera, although he did give me neckache looking up at him. He's like a giraffe. My goal from the beginning was to just write and record 10 videos and then re-evaluate where to go after that, see what worked, what didn't and what next. You don't need to have a full understanding of where you are going in order to just make a start. Making that first video and committing to putting it out there is by far the hardest thing to do. Just start and keep going is the simplest, best advice I've found for starting a YouTube channel. Dogs barking, bins rolling, washing machine washing. They can really interrupt a video, you know. Aeroplane. Equipment list. Don't for 1 minute think you need tons of expensive equipment or a purpose-built studio to make a start. A bright corner in your home with just a phone on a stand is a quick and easy place to start. Here's what I use though. An iMac, a Blue Yeti microphone, a ring light, Luckily for me, my studio is in a nice light room with windows either side of me, so I only record in the daytime, until I get better lighting that is. An iPhone stand, and a piece of cardboard to level it up. An Apple Lightning to USB 3 camera adapter, and a second-hand gimbal to record B-roll footage, which I still haven't entirely figured out how to use yet. It seems more antimatter chopstick than gimbal. It just goes all floppy and wobbly and can't seem to get it to go stiff. And that's it for my equipment. Affiliate links are in the description below if you need to buy anything. Software and programs I use. I edit my videos with iMovie, which comes with all Apple Mac computers. I use freepik.com for general purpose images, which I paid £93 for a yearly subscription for. I use Ben Sounds for my intro music, which is free as long as it's credited in my video description. I use Canva to make thumbnails and text and titles to add to my videos. Y2Mate is a YouTube video downloader tool that quite honestly is awful, but allows me to save YouTube videos and then add clips to mine. It seems very dodgy to me, with loads of pop-ups and scammy things. If you do know a better way to do this, please do let me know. I've definitely aimed for simplicity in my setup and know that as I improve and the channel grows, so too can my setup, and improve things like lighting, my studio background, which I still haven't decided what colour to paint yet thanks to all the suggestions from my community of subscribers though. And I might even upgrade my microphone and build me a nice new desk, but that's not important right now. The most important thing for me to do is prioritise the most important tasks, and they consist of improving my content to make it valuable, either educational, informative or just entertaining. Focus on making videos quicker and repeatable. Simplify all processes for my own sake. Create more videos in less time. Become more efficient at the whole process. Add value to the Tesla/electric vehicle community. I don't know how to do that yet, but it's something I really want to figure out. And lastly, become undeniable. Now that one is great to understand. No matter the subject matter, it could be woodwork creations. Shout out to my friend Baz and his great new YouTube channel, Oakfields Creative. Check him out in the links below. You could be an undeniable stamp collector or a pizza maker. It doesn't matter what the niche is. If you can be undeniably good with your content and subject matter, you stand to achieve a greater chance of a career as a YouTuber. Titles, descriptions and thumbnails. I've really enjoyed making thumbnails, and I'm constantly trying to balance a decent looking thumbnail versus clickbait awfulness. It's just I know that if I add flames and shock horror and controversy, it'll probably do better. Ugh. But perhaps I should give it a go on this video and see what happens. Tell me in the comments below if it hooked you in or not. Although it's very normal for 50% of viewers to click off a YouTube video in the first 30 seconds. Now is that due to poor content or today's inattention? Probably a bit of both. It's best to keep text down to a minimum on thumbnails. Just say precisely what you need to say and try and create a hook, something which I definitely need to improve on. Titles and descriptions should have keywords that people would likely be typing in to find content like yours. Although YouTube algorithms will scan all of the audio in your video, convert it to text, and see if it's relevant to show up in people's feeds or not. Maybe if I keep saying nice things about YouTube, it'll push my content more. Oh, I really love YouTube. Isn't YouTube lovely? YouTube is the best thing in the world. And if you need more motivation, just get on with it. There's no one in your way but you. Write out a rough plan of the things you need to get started and get right in your first episode. You don't even need to have everything figured out at the beginning. Just make a start. Believe me, if I can do this, then you can too. Let me know if this has been any value to you whatsoever in the comments below. I've found my Tesla mission. I really hope you find yours too. I'm Will, this is the Tesla Jigsaw, and I thank you all for watching.